This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Well, listen, you would go back to TNA and you're immediately pushed into the mix of the Knockouts division. You win the Knockouts title on April 17th, 2011, and you become the first woman to hold the WWE Women's, WWE Divas, and TNA Knockouts title. What does this mean to you at this point in your career?
It was pretty incredible. And this is all thanks to Kurt Angle, right? Because he talked me into coming over there when I was like, I'm so sad about wrestling. I don't want to wrestle anymore. I can't believe it. And he, so I do appreciate that, Kurt. I really do. I know we talk about it, oh, whatever, but it really did change because I could have given up at that point, and I was very, very sad, and I was in a dark place about it. And I think that had I not come to Impact or come to TNA at the time and been able to create hardcore country, but also to believe in myself again, because there was a whole period of doubting myself in that, and just to take my power back, it was what I needed at that time. And then I was able to do something completely different and away from everything that the WWE audience knew about me, but they then fell in love with this other character that was me and was closer to me, you know? So it was cool. Yeah, it was cool.
Well, the company books you in street fights and cage matches during your run. Do you think TNA took women more seriously than WWE at the time?
Oh, absolutely. I say the knockout, I mean, because they were given more opportunities and they were given, you know, longer segments and television. I've always felt like the knockouts have been booked correct. Like they were doing women's wrestling correctly before it even was a hashtag or a trend.
They were ahead of their time.
Yeah. They were way ahead of their time. I mean, you go back, if you talk to Lisa, Tara, Victoria, she said that was one of the reasons why she wanted to go to Impact in the first place when she first left WWE, is because of the things that the women were allowed to do over there with Gail and Kong and, you know, even the OG knockouts. And I think back to even when I was at TNA, you know, back when they were still at the fairgrounds and I was doing the first woman to ever do the Clockwork Orange House of Fun match against Jeff Jarrett, who beat the dog crap out of me like I was a man, you know, and all of these things that I was able to do there that were never thought of possible for the women in WWE at that time, except for maybe a one-off way down, like a you know, every now and then. But yeah, I mean, I was able to have a cage match with Tara as the main event of Impact, a double segment main event of TNA at the time. And
that might have been the first ever, Mickie.
That may have been. I don't know if it was the first ever main event, but it certainly was I remember I dove off that cage and I was terrified. I didn't realize how high up it was until I actually got up there, and I'm like, whoa.
And Kurt does moonsaults off the top of it.
Unbelievable. I don't know. I don't know how you flip backwards without freaking out, period.
Hey, I couldn't see anything. That's why I went backwards.
Yeah. It's like the nesty plunge kind of like free fall. You just got to trust that person. I did trust Lisa. I don't know that I would have done that on anybody, but I did trust Lisa.
What are some of the highs and lows as you think about that run, that time in TNA there?
The highs and the lows in the sense of
just yeah.
Get even more from the hottest new podcast going, My World, with Jeff Jarrett over at adfreeshows.com. Let me get granular here for a minute, folks. Not only can you get the entire My World episode library with 0 ads, new episodes come your way each week early, ad-free, and on video starting at just $9 a month. We've also got tons of exclusive My World bonus content waiting for you, plus unique interactive experiences with your old pal, Double J. You get to jump on and ask Jeff questions, and if you joined us in Chicago this year for Top Guy Weekend, you got to hang out the entire weekend. 100% the best value in all of wrestling. Strut on over to adfreeshows.com right now to sign up.
Go ahead. I mean, I feel like, and because we could talk about mental health now, I think that a young, I was very devastated after being let go from WWE, and it took some healing time out of that. And I think I was going through those emotions as I was also cultivating and getting these opportunities as hardcore country Mickie James. So there was definitely some learning curves. I mean, obviously the money was different, but however, the power was different in the sense of I had more control. I could make my own schedule. There were less dates, so I could focus more time on my music, which I was only dabbling and playing in when I was on the road with WWE. Like I wrote a few songs and I cut that first album, but that was really, I thought, was more of along the lines of, I just want to do this thing because I've always wanted to do this thing. I didn't think I would have a music career out of it. And I wouldn't have had time to pursue a music career if I hadn't gone to TNA at the time, because their schedule was much lighter and you were still getting to tour and travel in all the towns. And I was able to do a lot of those pre-show parties and attach my music to it. So we would do like the post show after the show, we would have a music show, and I was able to perform in some of these towns. And it was really cool to have that cross promotion and to be able to write my own entrance music and all the things. So it was just like a lot of opportunities that gave me a lot more options and gave me my power back there. And I think it gave me my confidence back, because because then you're your own boss again and not being told and dictated kind of what to do and where to be and how to be. And,
I always thought you were the female version of Kurt Angle. You know that, right? You remember I told you that.
That's big. That's big praise. That's
massive.
That's
It's
awesome.
massive. We're going to have to one day hit that double ankle lock.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
We'd have to do it. Who would be a dream match? Roman Reigns, and who would be the woman?
Oh gosh.
Sasha or Becky or Charlotte?
Yes. Well, we'll get everybody in there. We'll just ankle lock
Becky
everybody
versus Roman.
I
and
know
Charlotte.
it's so hard. I always say Charlotte, but Becky is so huge now, and Sasha obviously, or Bailey.
You can't go wrong.
I'll ankle lock. Like Bailey's coming back from an ACL injury too, so there's the heat. I'll ankle
You're
lock.
re-injure
crap
her
out of her.
ACL, huh?
No,
That
you're
is awesome. Hey, Mickie, I want to thank you for coming on the Kurt Angle Show. I really do appreciate it. And I wish you continued success in the future. I love you, honey.
I love you so much. Thank you, Kurt.
Thank you, Mickie. Appreciate it.
All right. Take care, hon. Love you.
All right. You're good to go. Thank you so much. Kurt, wow. What a guest. Mickie James, another fantastic guest here on the Kurt Angle Show.
He was a great guest, too.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.